Hello, this is Arts for Everyone again. And so I want to talk about a painting that I did. I believe this was done in 1999. This was a really fun process. It was my first time using oil paints on a really large scale. And when I say large scale, I mean not like a small size canvas, but something that was just on this size. And it was just so much fun. I made my own stretcher bars. I had someone help me. Really, my teacher, she helped me, assist me with that. And that was so cool to see how to do that. So I'll show you some of that process on the back. Normally you will buy your stretcher bars at a store, but we made them ourselves. I mean, how cool is that? And so this was so much fun to make. And so I started with one idea and I kept changing it because that idea didn't work. And I didn't like how it was coming out, so I kept working at it. And it kind of took a life of its own when I was working on it. And it just really took off, and I really got into the texture of using oils. It's so much fun because you can use different tools to make different things. And then since you're using oil paint, it doesn't dry fast like acrylic paint does. You can really work into the medium. And so even on some of these paintings up close, you can see the texture and how I was able to use a palette knife and go back into the parts of the painting that were kind of dry, but not totally dry, because it took some time for the oil paint to dry. And it was just so much fun working on this, and I really enjoyed working with the oils. And for myself, I like to cook, so it reminds me of something I always think about butter, and I'm thinking about in terms of food, but it's like it laid down because it was so smooth, and it was like butter because it was so smooth. At least that was my impression of using this medium. It just had a great time, and the whole experience of making my own stretcher bars and just working on this size and having multiple easels set up that I could just play with and look at the size and juxtapose it from one way to another. It was just so much fun. Hello, this is Arts for Everyone again. And so I want to talk about another one of my paintings that I did. Not paintings, but a piece. This is a painting that I did 2007 also. And this painting, I had a still life, and the still life was an umbrella. But I kind of played with the idea of the umbrella, and I kind of moved it around in different ways, and this umbrella became extremely abstract. It wasn't something that you could see or even notice unless you really looked in it. And that's the beauty of abstract art. It can represent many different things to the viewer. It can be something that they can pull away and really see an image, or it can be something else. It's just your own interpretation can be like the most telling thing when you're viewing art, and it can be what really sells that piece, or something that just, I want to say sell, but it's really not selling that piece. But what kind of sells that piece to you? What is your interpretation of that? And that's like such a really powerful thing that abstract art has. A print. This is a screen print. I did this in 2007. It was a multiple step process. I felt kind of like tied up in knots at this time when I did this, and this is a representation, sort of an abstract representation of how I was feeling, and it was a multiple process. It was a great experience working with screen printing. That is something that I just really enjoyed, and I felt like it was just a way for me to express myself in a different way, and it was a process based. So it wasn't just something that I painted, it was something that took multiple stages and multiple steps to complete, and I just had a wonderful time with it. And I had an amazing teacher that helped me even with this process.